Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is actually election day, and I want to remind you that you need to go and vote. And you know, you are watching the Sherry Show, and you know what Sherry does. See this red? That's all I'm going to tell you. Sherry votes red. So vote as you please. It's your choice. We are free in America. But as for my choice, we're going to vote red. We're going to vote red. I have two dear people here today. One has taken so many pictures of me at events at different times. The photographer extraordinaire, George Wynn. Thank you for being here today.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
And Miss Lucy Harris, and you know that we are here celebrating Lucy as a Gold Star mom.
Yep.
As a Gold Star mom, and at home is Rick, Gold Star dad.
He is.
How many years ago did we lose Noah?
21.
21 years ago. That is absolutely, I'm getting cold chills thinking about this. I remember the day of his service, and it's so funny, I was watching Fox News the other night, and I made a comment, and I said, oh, he came and interviewed me. I forgot about him. And we were just having a conversation, and I said, yeah, all those guys from Atlanta came and interviewed when we put up the ribbons, and I said, how many years ago is that? 21 years ago. And you know, that's a day that America came together amazingly well. I had people walking in the door handing me a $100 bill and saying, go buy some more yellow ribbon, go buy some more yellow ribbon. Vietnam vets came, military who were serving then came, moms of military came. Everybody came together to salute and to honor your young son.
Beautiful.
Your young son made the choice he made because of 9/11.
Right.
So 9/11 still affects people even today.
Oh.
We're not over it.
Exactly.
Will we ever get over it?
No.
Never.
Should never get over it.
Never get over it. That's exactly right. We should never get over it. And this week, did y'all get to watch a little bit of the prayer that was going on in D.C.?
Yes.
I did.
Oh my gosh, was that not amazing?
It was
I was thinking this morning about
Overdue.
Alveda King. How old is Alveda King? How old would you think she is?
Oh, in her 80s probably.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I think.
She is sharp as a tack and did a great job, and she's up there just sharing the word and praying, and I'm like, this is what America is about. And that's the way we were after 9/11. We came together. I think it's time we get back together.
But we don't need an event like 9/11 to
No,
bring
We
us
do
together.
not.
sure
We
don't.
do not.
just
We do
need
not.
a new birth of freedom.
We need a birth of freedom. That's exactly right. Well, y'all are you're birthing a baby together. And this is the baby that belongs to Gilmer County.
Right.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about who this honors.
All veterans.
All veterans.
All military.
All military.
All.
Yeah.
That's all
and that
inclusive.
is so beautiful. And if you haven't seen this is on the river, just down past the Dairy Queen.
Well, by the Lions Club, sort of behind and below the Lions Club building.
So pretty, so pretty. Tell me how it happened. I know last time Lucy was here, you were begging for money. We were trying to get people to get together
Pretty
and
amazing.
help. And how did that happen?
Well, just people have pitched in, and some grants were written. I don't know if we should name names, but some people don't even want to be mentioned about it. But about a year ago, we really seriously had started gathering some funds together to repair what Sandy and Norma Lyons, his wife is named Norma, they had the vision, first of all, to build that bridge. And George, I don't know if you know exactly the date on that, do you?
Oh, I don't remember.
It
but
was
I can remember
before
Sandy.
I retired.
Yeah,
It was before
Sandy
I
was
retired.
sitting right over here on the set when I first came to TV asking for money for that very bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
fortunately, the company I worked for donated land. We'd bought the land on the other side of the river for a maintenance building, and we didn't have any need because it was in the floodplain.
Yeah.
So fortunately, with Sandy's insistence, we got the company to donate that land to the county.
Yeah,
And so that's
yeah.
where the abutment of the
We
bridge
need to give
is.
a little honor to that company because that company has employed a lot of people in Gilmer
right.
County, Georgia.
Well, it was a Gold Kist, and since then, Pilgrims has bought Gold Kist. And they do a lot for the county as well.
Right.
They're good, yeah.
And they employ, are they, besides the school system, the largest employer in Gilmer County?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I
understand
love,
they're about to undertake another expansion, so they're going to even get larger.
it's crazy.
It is.
great.
Okay, as a person who is involved in that company, have you ever worked on the line?
I've done it all.
That is amazing to me.
I actually did too.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't last 13 seconds. I went in there one day and I had this idea I wanted to just see the process. No, I did not. I could not.
It's something.
I honor anybody who can work in a chicken plant.
Well,
Y'all rock.
It's not only poultry, it's beef or pork or anything. It's a slaughtering panel plant.
Yes.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
doesn't lend itself to, where do you get your chicken? Oh, I buy it at Nichols or somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I started my career with Ralston Purina Company, and
Isn't that crazy?
they had, in training, you had to do some of it all so that if you were going to be a manager, you knew what the line people were also doing. So
Hard work. Hard
50
work.
years in that business, so
That's
it's been a long
crazy.
time.
That's crazy. Last night I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich, first one I'd had in a long time. And if I remember it right, doesn't Chick-fil-A come out of this plant?
Well, that's one of the suppliers. They
Yeah.
have
Right.
many suppliers.
Yeah. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, I may have known your relatives, little chicken.
Yeah. It's the bedrock of the community,
It
really.
is. And let's give Gilmer County a little bit of credit. They've managed and grown well y'all don't have walking communities like we do. We were looking at the pictures of Ball Ground as we opened. Ball Ground has an advantage because we are a walking community. Everybody can walk to town. We have over 600 residents who live in walking distance
Wow.
to downtown, which is really, really cool. Y'all don't have that. People have to get in their car and go everywhere. So it's different, but your downtown area is doing very, very well.
It is.
It is.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I was thinking about the day of Noah's service. I parked right at the corner where the newspaper office is. And I can remember looking around and there were vacant buildings. During that 2006 period, there were vacant buildings. During that period of time, there were vacant buildings.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No, no.
It's amazing how we've become a tourist attraction,
Yes,
really.
yes, yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah,
Just like that.
Yeah. And it's good. It's good for the economy. It's good for jobs. It's good for everybody except the people who are negative about it.
Yeah.
And one of the things I found out about the negative Nellies is most of them moved here. And they think that we should shut the gate after they got here. Well, that doesn't work. That's not how progress works.
No. Noah would have loved it.
Yes.
He would have loved it.
Yeah. Do you still go to Georgia games? Do you still root for the dogs?
Oh, I still root for the dogs,
Yeah,
but it's been a while since I've been to a Georgia game.
Yeah.
That's an ordeal.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
You have
Yeah,
the
it is.
park
Yeah, it
and
is. Yeah, it
walk.
is. Yeah, it is.
But I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we look back on the reason we salute your young son, he had his whole life in front of him. And destiny was there for him to just take that next leap. And he chose the military.
Yep.
Purely because of 9/11.
Right after 9/11, he just completely changed everything.
It's a unique story.
Oh, it
is.
It is because
And
everything
got
was
into
set.
ROTC.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Didn't he age out and he got special permission?
He got special permission
Yeah,
to get
that's
in.
what's so
everybody
interesting.
knows
That is
that.
crazy. Yeah, his heart was in America.
Yep.
And maybe we need a new bracelet and a new sign that says, be a Noah. Be a Noah. Just be a Noah. Just be there for America at whatever level you can do it. Be a Noah. Be there.
IDWIC. I
Yes,
do what I can.
I do what I can.
That's right.
I do what I can.
He was all
Never
about that.
forget that.
Yep.
Never forget it. This morning I had some Beanie Babies I was going to bring and show you. I'm down to 5 Beanie Babies out of tons and tons of Beanie Babies, and I share them
I've
with
got a
children
couple.
still. To this day, I still share them with children. And I think about Noah every time because he was in a foreign land making a difference.
Yeah.
He was in a foreign land, and he wasn't just thinking about winning a war. He was thinking about greeting
The
the people,
children.
making a difference, helping the children, bringing life to where there was lifelessness.
Yep.
It's amazing to me.
Well, I'm so glad that we have Memorial Day.
Absolutely.
Because we all remember every year,
Mm-hmm,
you know, on one special day,
Yep.
we set aside to remember the people who have given so much.
Gave it all.
And
A lot of people confuse Memorial Day. It's strictly for those who gave it all.
Right,
Memorial Day.
exactly.
Veterans Day covers all of us that
Exactly.
served at one time.
That's right. Have you been to the military cemetery down on Highway 20 in Canton?
I have. Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay. I challenge everybody every year. I say, okay, take the time, take a morning, take an afternoon, and just go sit there and reflect. If that won't, wow, wow. And Scott Hutchins, you know, donated that property so it could turn into what it is, and it's one of the most beautiful places in Cherokee County.
Yeah.
But it's honoring all of our military.
Right.
And I think there should be a place, and I don't know if they've ever thought about that, but a place where you were killed in action, you did give it all. Do they do it that way, or do they just choose spots? I don't know
I don't think they have a specific
how that
spot.
works, yeah.
But I'm not sure. I don't know that factually.
Yeah, well, if you haven't been there, y'all, it's on Highway 20, just outside. It's on my road I don't like, Knox Bridge Road. That is the most dangerous road in Cherokee County. People speed, they pass on double yellow lines, it's awful. But go to the cemetery, you just turn right, go up to the top of the hill, and it is a beautiful, beautiful place to spend a little time and to reflect. Now, what can we do to encourage people to become a part of what you're working so hard on?
Visit. Just come down and
Yes.
see what we're doing, and I think it'll inspire people to. You know, we get lots of orders for bricks, and those are for any military person. We even have some that served in the foreign military that supported
Right.
the U.S. there.
I love that.
And,
I love that.
But it's not limited. Only if you're military are the bricks limited.
Right.
But it doesn't matter what year. We've got some really, really old participants in that wall.
That's neat. Let's talk about old, because
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, I can't believe you and Ann were married 62 years.
Yes.
62 years, and today, sadly, not sadly, she went to be with Jesus, so that's
Yes.
not a sad day.
Yes.
But for you, George, what's it like? Is this a great way for you to occupy your time and your mind and to be involved in the community even more than you've been involved?
Well, yeah, it's a great cause, and dear friends Sandy Lyons and Norma began that project, and it behooves all of Gilmer Countyans and others to support it.
Yes.
And yeah, it's Lucy and I are co-treasurers of it, so we get to see the money and who's donating, and that's important because we have some that don't want recognition, and they've
Yes.
given substantial amounts of money, and that's an expensive project. If people don't know, we elevated the base of it there for water. It's wired for electricity, and that was a night shot. That shot
It's
is
so
nowhere
pretty,
near
yeah.
completed. We still working on grass, relocating the benches that were there.
And there's going to be a phase 2.
Yeah, yeah.
This is phase
We, I don't see if they were on there, but they're all the branches of service. I don't take away from Lucy here, but all the branches, the 6 SEALs of Space Force, U.S. Army.
It honors
and
the POWs,
Yeah.
MIAs.
Oh, yeah, that's so important.
Purple
So
Heart.
important.
people have donated. They sponsor a medallion, which is huge, that go on these pillars, and those things are about $1,500 each.
Wow.
And we
Wow.
need 12 of them from front and back. So
Gosh.
it's an expensive venture, but not only Gilmer Countyans, but outside the county have given money toward
Right.
that.
And
how
so
do I
you
get a
don't have
brick?
to be a Gilmer County veteran to put
No.
a brick there in
You do
memory.
not.
So, okay, perfect.
Well, a lot of people want to put a brick for someone, you know, some of the new people that have moved into the county want to put a brick that they can go
Oh,
look
sure.
at and
Yeah.
know it's there.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, now
kind
what
of
does
for
it cost to
everybody.
do a brick?
125.
Okay.
Now,
And to
part of
do-
that's the cost of the brick, and
Right.
the shipping, and then there's obviously
Engraving.
not that much it's also a donation
Right.
to the project too.
And what about the bench? Because those benches are really cool.
Well, if somebody wanted to buy one, I'm sure they could, but we have not been pushing the benches. But there are a number there that Sandy procured, I guess, when
Yes.
he was actively doing it, but.
And somebody just bought a brick not too long ago.
a brick-
But we don't actually sell the bench.
Okay.
Yeah, have to get that by calling Bernhardt's.
That's right. That's right. And when we think about the military here in Gilmer County, I know this is the time of year that people put flags up. Have y'all been to Dawson County and seen what they do?
I have
Our
a
flags
flag.
are all up too.
They line the roads with
Cross it.
flags, and I said every single day we should fly a flag in memory of what happened in America for years and years and years, because there's always been a Noah. There's always been somebody who was willing to give it all.
Well, the
Always.
first one in our flags and crosses is Ira Cochran.
Wow.
Yeah. And Noah's way toward the end. Yeah.
And how many people in the county are honored with those flags? Do you know? Do you know
I really
a number?
don't know. There's a lot of them, but I don't know. The American Legion does a great job
Yeah,
with
they do.
That's
posting
their-
They do.
those and
Yeah.
in order and seeing that they're maintained through the period that they display them. That's quite a chore if you've
It
ever
is.
watched that process take place.
It is.
But it's very well organized too, the way they do it.
Now tell us about your military career.
Not much. I had college ROTC, but chose not to go the route of a officer. So I served just the Army Reserves for 6 years, a civil affairs group out of Anniston, Alabama. And so that's just
You know
my
where
military.
Fort Rucker is?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yeah.
Helicopter school in
Yes. Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's about my military career.
Yeah.
Um,
But you gave and you served and you did, and there's
That's
you know
right.
there's a spot for everybody.
Yes.
You know, somebody was talking about J.D. Vance, and he was in,
Marines.
wasn't he, communications?
I don't remember.
Yeah, and it was crazy because there's something for everybody. And in today's world with the intelligence, can you imagine? You would never pick up a rifle and you could actually win the war
Right.
in intelligence.
Drones too.
That's it. That's it. We're in a different era now.
Yeah.
It's so very, very different.
I don't think we'll need as many ground troops as there has been
That's
in the
right.
past.
That's right. I think it is changing the world, and things are so different. And you know, it's so weird to me because we have a drone that we use here at ETC, and it does our commercial, it does all kinds of things. I never thought about a drone being in a war, and then all of a sudden you're like this drone, and you're like, this is real. I mean, the world is changing so
It is.
quickly, but it's like you said, there's no ground troops.
Yeah, and
But we still have ground troops, and there's a Noah who is now deployed in the theater, and he's already won a Bronze Star. Very young man, and I'm in touch with his dad. He lives in another part of Georgia, but he was named for Noah Harris.
I remember.
And we're just really proud of him. And
Yeah.
another friend whose son was shot 16 times in this current operation, and they really didn't think he was going to make it.
But he did.
But he is.
He
yes,
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name's Stone. Everybody pray for Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So even with the drones, we're still going to have.
We will.
We're still going to
We
have
will.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We want people to remember this, and we want them to come and spend time. What's the best? Can you just walk across the bridge? Are there places to sit and reflect?
yeah,
What do people do?
well, Memorial Day there will be tents set up by the local funeral homes, thankfully, and American Legion and Lions Club provide chairs. And one thing about it, if it rains, now,
Right.
we've canceled before, but this time it is predicted rain this weekend.
But
and
it's
we
50
wanna-
to 60%, I think.
We want to
so.
move to the Lions Club Pavilion, which is
If
just
it's
fine.
raining.
If it's raining.
Yeah.
So instead of canceling, we're just going to relocate.
And what time is the event?
11 o'clock.
Okay.
11 o'clock.
In 1 hour. We try so hard to get everything packed into 1 hour. So
There you
people,
go.
because it's
So
straight up 12 o'clock.
Come and go.
If
It'll
it's
be
hot, it will be
yes,
hot.
it will be
But,
hot.
we
We
have
are
a
doing-
donation barrel that'll be set up if somebody wants to drop $1 or $2 in or more. And we'll have some water if you get too hot, if you want to drink some cold water.
And they need to bring their chairs, or you're going to have
No,
chairs?
there'll be chairs there.
Okay.
Now, there'll be a lot of people standing.
But it is good, you know, if you really want to make sure you have a seat, bring your lawn chair or your little folding up chair. Because we're going to do a special thing this time. We're gonna have the reading of the gold stars, because there are.
And who's going to do that?
Ben Arp is going to read the gold stars.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we do the, the 21 gun salute and taps and Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem. We have a keynote speaker who is just a really wonderful, wonderful judge, but also a major in the Army.
Major Jan Wheeler.
Yeah, Jan Wheeler.
I
Yeah.
saw that. Now, who's going to do the national anthem?
Her name is Caitlin Martin. She's
And
a
does that
local
still
girl.
give you cold chills?
Oh,
It does
yes.
me.
Does it still, I mean, Sunday, I was just like, and I was listening and I was watching and I was like, my gosh, and you just feel it,
Yeah.
that's what America's about.
It is.
It's about loving our country.
We need more patriotism, in my opinion.
Absolutely,
But-
absolutely. I had somebody lately who had said over and over and over, they've been in this country 20 years or so, and they kept referring to in my country, in my country, in my country, and I was like, you've been in America 20 years and you've made a living in America 20 years. When will you say, God bless America? When
Yeah.
will you ever realize that our loyalty belongs to America? If you're here and you're making a living, I don't care where you came from, Germany, Switzerland.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. When you're here and you're working, you should honor America as we do as Americans.
Well, that's what America's all about.
That's what America's about.
Yeah, the time I lived in Russia after I retired.
And why did you do that?
That's a long story. It was a special project through the poultry
That's what I
industry
was
to-
wondering.
To
Okay.
try to encourage Russia to import more poultry from the U.S. That, like I said, long story. We
Russia.
We have so many advantages, so many subtle advantages.
Yep.
You just have to live there. I did
Yeah.
for 13 months, but you just have to live there to realize how fortunate we are. And,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's not political, I know, but we don't want or need communism.
Oh, no.
Let me
no.
tell you.
Socialism, communism, no place for it in my country.
But sadly, so many, or it appears if you watch some of the news, that,
Oh, yeah.
that so many young people tilt that way that you wonder why.
It's very
Where
sad.
did they pick that up? Because it's not something we need or want.
Want my opinion?
Yes.
Parents failed. Parents failed. There's a generation of parents who did not teach their children how we should honor our country. And I honestly believe that, my grandparents were the poorest people in the world, but they honored America. They honored America. And I went by the cemetery this week and I was
They were
looking at
closer
how
to the roots.
that's the roots. I
They
was
were
looking at
closer.
our veterans in our family, and I thought, this one served, this one served, this one served, this one served. We were taught to honor America, and I think we forgot that. There's a generation that was so busy doing whatever we were doing, we forgot to honor our nation, and I think that's sad. And I think we are reaping the detrimental benefits of that.
Well, hopefully there will be a resurgence.
I think
I just
so.
feel like it's building.
Sunday looked to me like there was a resurgence.
Yes.
Sunday looked like we were getting it on the right track.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we think we'll have, I think, the largest, if it doesn't rain and mess things up, but
Right.
the largest attendance at this memorial service that I can remember.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there just seems to be more interest as word spreads about buy a brick. It helps build, refurbish this little memorial park. But it's for everybody. It's not just for a single,
is.
it's for everybody.
It is.
And the guys who are building it are just,
Yeah,
we
great
just
work
have
with
to
it.
give a shout out to Castile Construction. They just are bending over backwards.
Yeah,
So
it's
easy to
wonderful.
work with.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
located.
It's so funny. I love brick, and I know a lot of the memorials are done in marble, but I love red brick. I have this thing about, I don't know why.
Well,
I think
that's the frame and the pillars
I
of
just
the
love
red,
it.
red brick.
Yeah,
And
I love it.
behind
It's
this
Ellijay.
wall, behind these walls, see this backside will be filled with brick too. Matter of fact, we've already started.
Right.
But it's room to expand.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all the donors that have given
are on this
prior to
little
that, or on that little wall.
little knee wall that goes
behind the.
and you can actually sit on that, you know.
And it's just like it was in the old part.
I love that.
We
We kept everything, and a lot of people who had bricks, you know, called and asked, well, do we need to order new bricks? Nope, we just replaced
and did
those.
it, yeah.
and we're not.
But everything else.
They're not going to be placed by war or conflict or whatever. All the brick are random. And we hope to, and we plan to do a directory, sort of like the Vietnam Wall.
Well,
Right.
it kind of makes it interesting too, because as you're looking for your brick,
Yeah.
you learn more about the community. You learn more
you
about
see people you never, you
Yeah,
never
I
thought
think
Yes.
that's really cool. Yeah, yeah.
And
POWs on there, and
it's lighted.
Just-
The emblems of the seals will be lighted at
beautiful.
night.
And what does this say? I can't read it, but what does that
That's a
say?
Purple Heart.
Okay.
It's a dedicate. We want to make a special emphasis at some point, phase 2 or whatever, because POWs and MIA are very, very important.
we still
If
have
you think about it.
81,000 MIAs.
Do you remember the day? I know you will. When our Vietnam POWs came home, and they were little skeletons of
Right.
men, and oh my gosh.
Yep.
I can remember laying in the living room floor watching the TV, just bawling like a baby.
I know.
And
That's
there are
sad.
men who were never returned. Yeah.
They still could be, so
Mm-hmm.
we need to continue to pray for the people who are trying to recover the MIAs.
Mm-hmm. That's
But you know,
crazy.
just like the Korean War in the 50s,
Yep.
you know. If they're missing in action, you know, are they going to be, you know, you probably never, and that
Yeah.
leaves a
It's very
family
hard. Yeah.
still
No closure.
Yeah.
with no closure.
I
no
had
closure.
I had Papa Jack Bryson on talking about his time in the Korean War, and it took me about 12 years to get him to a point that he could come on and talk about it, because he said, I just can't do it yet. And that Korean War is often forgotten. We forget, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We forget. But that was a horrible war, and he finally got to a point, and I would take $1 million for the time that
Right.
we had here with him just to share that story.
Yeah.
And he had photos and things. And when we think about it, in the 50s, black and white cameras. You're a camera guy. What did we have in the 50s? A Brownie?
Yeah.
Yep, probably.
Kodak.
Yeah,
The Kodak.
I mean,
Yep.
seriously.
Kodak
yeah.
Brownie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we had, and that's how we remember that era. And today we're in real time with iPhones and
Oh, I know.
digital and you name it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's so
Drones
different.
flying over, filming it as it takes place.
Yeah, yeah, it's so
Feeding
very,
it back
very
live.
different. But we should never forget any of that.
No.
And that's the purpose of this, is remember, because it's for all.
Never
It's
forget,
for all.
never forget. Well, right now we're going to share something that our sweet Donovan did for me about 19 years ago, and it's a veterans tribute. It's not, and I'm going to have to get some water because whatever's in the air doesn't
Yep.
like me
Is it
today.
pollen?
So I'm really struggling. But we're going to do this veterans tribute that Donovan did, and it shares everybody. It has a lot of your family pictures in it. He did this as a 14-year-old kid. He was working behind the scenes here at ETC with me, and it was when things started getting kind of automated and new things happening, and he put together this package. We played it over and over and over, but you need to watch it again. Here we go.
I woke up from a dream when I heard a voice calling out, we can do better in America. We've forgotten who we are, and we're gonna lose our country if we don't fix what's wrong in America. Big shot CEOs have moved our jobs to other countries. Gas prices are killing us in America. But we still love our promised land, and we're gonna keep believing that we can do better in America. 'Cause we are Americans. When we're down, we must rise. We must come back to greatness, honor truth instead of lies. If we wanna lead the world again, we've got to lead ourselves, and we've just got to do better in America. If life is for living, why not peace instead of war? A house out of order doesn't work right anymore. An eye for an eye just leaves everybody blind. We can do better in America and better for mankind. This is America. This is no time for apathy. It's time to face reality. Who's looking out for us in America? Our food isn't safe. Our money is being wasted. Shouldn't Americans come first in America? We've got people homeless in this place we call home. Nobody should go hungry in America. No one should be sick if we know how to make them well. We're better than that, and we can do better in America. 'Cause we are Americans. When we're down, we must rise. We must come back to greatness, honor truth instead of lies. If we want to lead the world again, we've got to lead ourselves. We need each other more than ever in America. This is America, land we call our own. The spirit of our people is what makes it feel like home. Let's all stand together, speak with one heart, one mind. We can do better in America and better for mankind. Because we are Americans. When we're down, we must rise. We must all come to greatness, honor truth instead of lies. If we want to lead the world again, we've got to lead ourselves. We need each other more than ever in America. This is America, land we call our own. The spirit of our people is what makes it feel like home. Let's all stand together, speak with one heart, one mind. We can do better in America and better for mankind. night I write to you through tears with a trembling hand. My darling answered when he got that call from you. You said you really need him, but you don't need him like I do. Don't misunderstand. I know he's fighting for our land. I really love my country, but I also love my man. He proudly wears the colors of the old red, white, and blue. While I wear a heartache since he left me for you. Dear Uncle Sam, I just got your telegram, and I can't believe that this is me, shaken like I am. For it said, I'm sorry to inform you.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
ETC is connected to our community. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections and fast, reliable internet. Visit etcnow.com today.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
We're back. Memorial Day is Monday.
Monday.
Yes.
Monday at 11 o'clock. We want people to be where?
At the,
At the River Park.
River Park
It's-
in Ellijay, Georgia. Right here, less than a mile from right here,
Yes.
isn't it? Yes.
Very close.
Yes. And we want people to be there honoring all who served and lost their lives.
Correct.
Now, is there a phone number people can call if they want to do a brick? How do they get in touch with y'all?
Well, we have it's a 501c3 organization, and they can send to GVMC, Gilmer Veterans Memorial Committee at P.O. Box 345, Ellijay, Georgia 30540. It will come to the right party, and we can send them an application if they want to buy a brick for $125, or they can send a donation to GVMC at P.O. Box 345, Ellijay.
Tax deductible.
It is, yes.
I would so much rather make a donation than to give it to the government, because if you make a donation, it's not taxable income, right?
Right, it is.
There you
Right,
go.
right.
Wouldn't you rather give it to them and let them honor a veteran than to give it to the government
Yes.
and let them decide what to do with our money? No, let's give it to the brick.
Yeah.
Let's buy a brick. I bet everybody out there knows somebody they would like to honor who served in the military with a brick.
Right.
And for $125, that's a great way.
Yes.
And you know, if you're thinking about it, if you're a kid who says, what do you get your mother when she has everything? Get a brick to honor her daddy. Get a brick to honor her
That's a
late
great idea.
husband.
That's a great
Get a brick.
idea.
Yes.
Because why give mama something she's going to sit on the shelf and every time she has to dust it, go, Lord, why do they keep bringing me this stuff? Why didn't they put a brick in the ground?
Well,
I think
it's
it makes
Honoring
sense.
somebody military.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
That's a permanent gift.
That's a permanent
gift that keeps on giving.
It keeps on giving. Okay, y'all are going to have 1 hour of music, prayer, dedication, memories, a speaker,
Right.
and you want everybody to come
Right.
and celebrate those who gave all.
Celebrate America.
Celebrate America.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, are we, this is 250 years. I don't look near that old, do I? 250 years. Isn't that crazy, y'all?
I love it.
Well, the Honor Guard will,
250 years.
it's a good presentation. It's
And it will give you cold chills.
Patriotism.
It will.
It'll give you
Patriotism.
patriotism and it will-
21 gun salute. You
Yeah.
know, it's just,
Yeah.
we're trying to do everything but keep it so that it's just 1 hour in your day, then you can go back to your summer vacation or what you're doing. That's what most people do on Memorial Day.
Right.
It's the kickoff of summer, right?
You know, we've always said that Memorial Day is not about the burgers and the
Right.
trips on the lake and the hot dogs and all that kind of stuff. That's not what it's about. It's about remembering those who gave it all.
Exactly.
Lucy, is there ever a day that you don't think, gosh, I wish 9/11 hadn't happened? Because 9/11 changed your life.
Right. I think about 9/11 often.
Yeah.
And
It was a day
it was
that
the
changed
end
America.
of the world as we knew it. And
Absolutely.
I mean, everything has changed since then. But I don't want to sound sad or in a state of despair, because I think that our country has weathered through 9/11 and that we are beginning to really rebuild. And I hear that some young people, not all young people, but some young people really are embracing American values and they want to return to the goodness
Yeah.
that made our country great.
Do you know last year there were more Bibles sold than any year in history? Last
believe it.
year.
I believe it's
When
happening.
Charlie Kirk was taken from us, it changed America. It changed everybody's life. And whether you watched him, admired him, loved him, supported him, that day changed you. It changed everybody. It changed everybody.
And a lot of demand for the Gideon Bibles. You know, they give away lots of Bibles. And I recently talked to a person involved, and there's demand for them. You know,
Isn't that
people
crazy?
asking
Isn't that
for 'em
awesome?
rather than
Yeah.
just having
Yeah.
to give them out. You know?
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
The goodness that
goodness.
makes America great.
That's
It'll
so
never
true.
go away.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, people who were complaining about the event on Sunday and said, well, you're mixing state and the church and da-da-da-da-da. No, our nation was founded on the principles of the Bible, period. End of story. It doesn't change.
Yeah,
The Bible
can't help
hasn't changed ever. Has
That's
it been
the
rewritten?
truth.
Has anybody
Not
rewritten the
that I'm
Bible?
aware of.
I don't think so, yeah. And I'm like, what is wrong with people who question or who judge or to, you know, just say, isn't it grand to see all those people of all denominations? Nobody said, hey, you're a Catholic, you sit in this section. Hey, you're a Methodist, you sit over there. They all gathered together. And they were out there on blankets, they were in chairs, they were supporting, they were singing, they were praying. And that was a really beautiful scene for
Yes.
this country today. Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful scene.
New birth of freedom.
A new birth of freedom. And you know, that's something we have not given up, but we've had to fight for our freedom. We've had to fight for our freedom. And when people like, I'm thinking about a friend I had, his parents were missionaries. They were against war of any kind. They did not want him to be drafted. He was drafted into Vietnam. He lost his life. And seeing his name on the Vietnam Memorial, I think, is the most, because that was a time they were drafted. They
Right.
had to go to war because they were made to go to war. Today, we are seeing people choose to go, choose to serve, choose to be in the military, choose to give everything they can to make America better.
Right.
And I think that's awesome.
That's the good
That's
that
awesome.
makes America great.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
grew up in that drafting age.
Yep.
I also was drafted.
And was it between the years of 18 to 21? Was
Yeah,
that
something
that
like that,
slot
yeah.
that you hit? Yeah. And what did it feel like when
Well-
you got that draft?
Well, you expect it, you know. You had to register. And of course, you have to register now.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, well, I was out of college, but I was still eligible. So I was like 23 or so.
Wow.
But you have to register. But yeah, it's you're sort of waiting to see if am I going to get the letter?
What do they call that form that comes?
Oh gosh, I
Can't
don't know.
remember.
I do
but
recall that.
notice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can remember.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all. Sorry.
Rick Harris,
I
though,
know
he
joined.
joined.
He joined.
He
Okay,
joined.
in the
The
Vietnam era.
Marines, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you joined the Marines in the Vietnam era, you were one bold and mean dude.
Well, that's why he joined.
Patriotic, bold, and mean.
That's
dude.
right,
Yes, he
that's
was.
right, that's
Yeah.
right. So we salute you, Rick Harris.
Yes.
He is one special dude. Lacey, what's your day like today? What do you and Rick do to stay busy, to do? What's your life like?
Well, let's see. I mean, we work outside all the time in the yard. We're really outdoor people, and we just have made the property that we live on into a park. Call it the Noah Park. It's just kind of our labor of love. We spend part of every day, every single day, doing that. But lately, I've been ordering bricks, and and I'm going to be the MC of the Memorial Day ceremony, so I'm working on that right now.
When we think about what you go home to every day, there are no grandchildren there to greet you. There's no son there to greet you. But you have become mama to a lot of people.
I was going to say they're all my grandkids.
Yes,
They're all mine.
yes, that's right.
I
That's
claim them
right.
all. Yeah, and I've got a lot of just wonderful kids in my life, and I appreciate them so much.
You were a teacher when you lost your son, and all of your students were there for you.
They were.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the reason that Rick and I wrote the book about Noah, because I had a class of students. I was teaching creative writing at the time, and they insisted.
Wow.
You know, and I taught for 2 more years and then retired, and some of the best teaching I ever experienced, I think. But every day they would say, okay, we're working on the outline. What do you got? And I always said that to them about what they were working on. So I would say, okay, I think I have an idea. And they'd go, let's hear it. And then I think I know how many chapters there are and what the chapters are about. And they just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. So I pretty much, you know, had kind of a rough idea by the time I retired, and then Rick and I just worked for a year and got it done. You know, that was a wonderful thing.
And now the book's
Kids are
not
so
for
great.
sale anymore, but people can read it?
Yes. It's
How does that happen?
It's at IDWIC.com, and that's IDWIC is the acronym for Noah's Philosophy of Life. I do what I can. So it's easy to remember, and that book, I'm glad you asked about it. It has gone around the globe. It has circled the globe many times. It's really popular right now in Vietnam, in China, and of course in the United States. But I mean, Rick looks at it and he'll go, honey, you'll never believe where they're really reading the book. There must be like a group of people there who are passing it around or something. You know, it's just all over the place.
That's amazing. 21 years later, your son is still making America great again.
Well,
yeah. And that's
it's
what
an
he
IDWIC
did.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is. If Noah were here today, would he be happy with America?
Noah was a pretty happy person no matter what was going on. He would look at things and have a response. Like there were certain things when he was at UGA, I remember him talking about, this is not right, I'm going to do something about it when I come of age or when I get the resources or whatever. But he was always a positive type person. And I think that's because he read all of the great documents of our country, and he really believed in all of them. You know, George Washington was probably his favorite founder. He loved this story about George Washington crossing the Delaware in the middle of the night to save the country.
Yeah, yeah.
He just,
Yeah.
you know,
Now
that was
let's
him.
talk a little bit about the event on Monday. There's going to be somebody there who resembles George Washington.
Yes, yes.
And people will glance and go, oh!
That's George Washington. Yes. And his name is Steve Thomas, and he has an officially, I don't know how it's officially, but it's an official George Washington uniform. He's not wearing He told me which one he was going to
And he
wear.
plays
Do you
the part
remember?
well.
Oh,
Yes,
gosh.
I can't wait for people to see that.
But he's
Yes.
been there for a number of years.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So if
he's-
if you want to come and be a part of, bring your camera, bring your phone,
Oh,
and have
yes.
your photograph made with George Washington.
George
Are you
Washington.
going to have a camera there,
I
George?
probably will.
I bet he will. I bet he will. Well, will y'all please share photos with us after the event? I don't know if I'll get to be there, but I would love to see.
Certainly.
So do me a DVD that we can do, and then we can share, and then we can get people encouraged to buy a brick, to honor, to salute, to remember those who gave it all.
Yes.
There's still a lot of expense ahead,
Mm-hmm.
but we hope to garner some more donations, and as we enter phase 2, which the backside or facing the riverside back here,
And for y'all who missed it, it is
it,
absolutely beautiful.
it will hold a lot more brick.
Mm-hmm.
And, so
And
I
you
think
can
it's-
take a lot more, 125, 125, 125, 125, 125. And remember that not all of that goes to them because the cost of doing the bricks. So if you'd like to donate more and have a brick, then the rest of that goes to
donate.
Yes.
building more.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Well, today has been a testy day for me, and whatever's in the air doesn't like me. But I'm so glad y'all were here, and I want to remind people, 11 a.m. Monday here in Gilmer County, 1 mile from this studio.
GVMC, P.O. Box 345, Ellijay, Georgia.
There you go. There you go. Be a part of what is great in this county. Be a part of why you love Gilmer County. Be a part of why we remember those who gave it all. And David Collins, have we got those photos? Trace, can you put those couple of photos up of Noah? We've got Noah and David and a few photos that I shared. And look at that. Who is that young
That's
man?
my boy.
Who is that young man? Who is that?
At the big poplar, he loved
That
hiking up
tree
there.
just blows my mind. One of our guys was hiking and he was standing in front of that tree and I couldn't believe it.
That's one of my all-time fave
Isn't
photos.
that precious? This is,
All of these young guys have grown up to do such great things.
yeah. But there you go. Noah gave it all. He gave it all.
Oh.
Yeah. It is just amazing to me. A gentle warrior in his people, and
That's
truly
right.
he was. Yeah. Such a special, special young man. Such a very special young man. And when we think about Iraqi freedom, can you imagine them knowing freedom? It's just, look at that. Wow. He was born in Ellijay. He is laid to rest in Ellijay at his home place.
Yep. That's
He
right.
started there and he landed there to be there at a place of peace for his mom and dad for eternity. And what a special, special young man. So come out this week and salute and to honor all of those who gave all.
Come
And,
see the wall.
Yeah, that is so beautiful. That's one of my favorite
I love
photos
that.
ever. That is so, so beautiful. And I hope that y'all will come out again on Monday at 11 a.m. here in Ellijay, Georgia. Please be a part of what makes Ellijay the best place in the world to call home.
It is.
The best place in the world to call home.
Yes.
Thank you both for being here today. Time flies when you're having fun, and remember our veterans, remember those who gave all, and make a difference. And I want to remind you too, the Shriners in Canton, Hickory Flat Fellowship Hall on Saturday beginning at 11 a.m. Barbecue plates, $10. Go by and pick up one. The Shriners, one of my favorite organizations that always gives back. And the Canton Shriners help the Shriners Hospital a whole lot. So please be a part of that too. It's time to slide out of here. Don't forget, we go straight to YouTube, share, subscribe, and be a part of what does make America great again. I'll see you
That's
again
right.
soon. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, Sherry.
Thanks.